The recent termination of the Sports Hub's public-private project has put such partnerships under the spotlight. Mismatched goals have doomed some to fail, but analysts point to Singapore's digital push and aging population as examples that could see projects like data centres and eldercare facilities flourish under public-private partnerships going forward. Brendan Tanoto with more.
A misalignment between social and economic interests. On one hand, a private sector driven by profit and commerce. On the other hand, a public sector driven by the well-being of the people. It's when they're at odds that analysts blame the failure of most public-private partnerships.
To align these two objectives require a very long-term kind of planning and look at not just at the conceptual stage and how to continue to reduce the gap and reduce to avoid divergence of these two objectives.
Last week, the government said it was taking over ownership and management of the Singapore Sports Hub. The public-private contract was supposed to last until 2035, but terminating the partnership would give it greater control and flexibility to make the $1.3 billion facility more accessible to the community. Now, the government's early takeover of the Singapore Sports Hub is not the only case where a public-private partnership has failed. In fact, PUB took over Singapore's second water desalination plant in 2019, ending its agreement with Hyflux after the water treatment firm went through a court-supervised debt restructuring. Now, the Tuas Spring desalination plant, which was opened in 2013, was to supply PUB with desalinated water over a 25-year period. However, some have benefited from successful partnerships. They include ITE College West and the Sembcorp Changi Newater plant. Analysts say that compared to the public sector, private sector partners may be able to better manage certain risks and even leverage resources.
Private parties who have the expertise, the network, as well as the experience in pulling together resources from multiple avenues that may not be usually be available to the public party. So in that case, from a resource viewpoint, it definitely makes sense.
Analysts also point out that when the Sports Hub was conceived in 2008, the public-private partnership was the right vehicle, as it freed up fiscal resources for other critical users during a time when the economy was hit by the global financial crisis.